we'll solve a system of nonlinear equations. The system is x squared plus y squared equals 16, and x squared over 16 minus y squared over 9 equals 1. Now let's begin by clearing fractions in this second equation. To do that, I'll multiply both sides by the least common multiple of these two denominators, and the least common multiple of 16 and 9 is 144. So we would have 144 times x squared over 16 minus y squared over 9 is equal to 144 times 1. 144 times x squared over 16 is 9x squared, and 144 times y squared over 9 is 16y squared. So I have 9x squared minus 16y squared is equal to 144. Now I can rewrite this system of equations as x squared plus y squared equals 16, and 9x squared minus 16y squared equals 144. And when we see the system written this way, we see that elimination would be a good method to use to solve it. If I were to multiply the first equation by 16, I would have a 16y squared that would add to 0 with this negative 16y squared term. So let's do that, and let's write what we've got over here. When I multiply the first equation by 16, I have 16x squared plus 16y squared equals 256. And then this is the second equation after the fractions were cleared. And now I can add 16x squared plus 9x squared is 25x squared. These terms add to 0. And on the right-hand side, I have 400. 25x squared equals 400. If I divide both sides by 25, I get x squared equals 16. And if I take the square root of both sides, if I take the square root of both sides, I get that x is equal to plus or minus 4. Now let's find out what y is when x is each of these values. When x is negative 4, remember the first equation was x squared plus y squared equals 16. And we're going to use this equation to find y. When x is negative 4, we have negative 4 squared plus y squared equals 16, or 16 plus y squared equals 16, which tells us that y squared is 0, and when we take the square root, we get y equals 0. Now let's see what happens when x is 4. Using this equation again, when x is 4, we have 4 squared plus y squared equals 16. We're getting the same thing again, aren't we? 16 plus y squared equals 16. So y squared is 0, and that tells us then that y is equal to 0. So our possible solutions are x is negative 4, y is 0. And when x is 4, y is 0. So 4, 0. And if we would substitute both of these pairs in the two original equations, we would find that we get true equations. So the solutions of the system of equations are negative 4, 0 and 4, 0.